Okay, review for Supergirl. Uh yeah, this movie. Oh my God. Um I saw this in the theater with my friend, and I mean both of us were not very impressed. We thought it was a missed opportunity. I mean, I for one think it's a bad idea to make a Supergirl movie for your second DC movie. I think what they should have done is make another Superman movie. I know some people say that Superman didn't make money or whatever. I think it pretty much broke even. And I think a lot of people liked the movie. I liked it. It's not a perfect movie. I got problems with that movie. I think Superman gets beat up a little too much. Um, but he's the star of the movie. Lex Luthor's pretty good. I liked Crypto. I liked Lois Lane. So I like that movie. I wasn't. I have a review on my channel of that one, so I won't get into that much. But I didn't really like how they portrayed their parents as like kind of like hicks. I mean, it's like they're not hicks, like, but whatever. It was a pretty good movie. This man, is this not that good? I mean, I haven't really seen any of the movies this director has made. I know he did Cruella and a few others, but I haven't seen them. This movie wants to be a James Gunn movie. It desperately wants to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, it's just such a wasted opportunity, and it's sad because this movie's flopping so hard. It's only made like $111 million so far, which is pathetic. And it could have been good. I mean, I mean, I liked Lobo. I liked Jason Momoa in it. He really isn't given much to work with. Um, the parts he's in, I think, bring life to the movie. You know, the star, what's her name? Millie Alcock. Yeah, I don't think she's a great Supergirl. I mean, really, like, I'd rather take the one from the '80s. I mean, I think she's much more attractive. I think she looks more like the comic book character. And you could be like, oh, you shouldn't really judge how she looks and everything. I mean, if the movie was good, I could forgive all that. Like, it's really not that big of a deal to me. um if she was if the material was good, and to be fair to her, this script sucks. So to be fair to her, this is not a good script. She wasn't given much. I think, couldn't she have demanded a better script? But she doesn't really have much of a career, so you really can't demand much. It's such a wasted opportunity. And I mean, instantly, me and my buddy Andrew, like, we came up with a better script. Like the day after we were talking about the movie, we already came up with a better script. And it's like, I mean, seriously, it's like, like, put us with like a good like dialogue writer, because obviously we can't really write dialogue. Like, that's a hard skill. George Lucas will tell you all about that, but like, we already came up with a better script for the movie. It's like, this movie. I mean, I like, it's kind of funny, her getting drunk on a red sun. Okay, that's kind of clever. That all fits in the lore. I like that, but I would have done a different script. And then Crypto gets poisoned by the most bland villain you've ever seen. This guy, me and my friend were calling him like a Hellraiser reject, like Hellraiser test footage reject. I mean, that's what it looked like, with the stuff on his face. This is based on a comic book. And apparently the director said, "I didn't even read the comic." How could you not read the comic it's based on? Like, even just once or twice read it. Like, you don't have to follow everything. It's apparently a good comic, and it's much more colorful and bright and full of hope and just much more like what Supergirl is. Like, I'm okay with a Supergirl who's she's kind of, she's not like her Superman. She's not like Clark Kent. She's not all full of hope and just like Clark believes in humanity. He believes in people. She doesn't really. But that's okay because you could have a good arc where she does, and this doesn't even really do that. It's just a meandering movie of her trying to get Crypto back, and then she says this movie isn't about love. I mean, isn't it about the love for your dog at least? But I guess not. I don't know. She for some reason wants Crypto to live. I guess she just likes having him around. And also, there's a scene in the movie where Crypto pisses on a newspaper of Superman's image. Do you need that? It's like, oh, so edgy. No, you know what you're gonna do? You're just gonna piss off Superman fans. That's what you're gonna do. Like me, because like I'm a Superman fan. I don't mind Supergirl. It's always cool to have more Kryptonians. I feel in when you're uh reading DC or watching an animated movie of DC. So I'm okay with that, but I just think it was a mistake to have Supergirl be the next one. It really isn't fair to Supergirl either because you got the weight of DC on her shoulders. Let's be honest, she's not that popular of a character compared to Superman. And yeah, it's just it's not a good script. And then Crypto gets poisoned. And then they have to go find a cure for Crypto. And then there's this whole side story of this girl who is basically like her family's basically like samurai, like space samurai. So what me and my friend were saying, it's like, okay, she's like space samurai, all right. And the bad guy shows up. I'm not even using his name. He's such a boring villain. He shows up and he demands because they make like real the best weapons in like this part of town, and he demands the weapons and they're even gonna like give it to him, but then their brother comes out and he gets kind of startled, so he kills the brother. Then he just kills them all. The girls hides. Um, she takes her father's sword. Then the villain takes the rest of the weapons, and there's that whole side plot, which is not interesting at all. I felt, and I may even be getting some of that wrong, but it's been like a week since I saw the movie. and then and then she shows up and to the bar with all these different aliens and stuff in the bar. It's kind of like Star Wars or something, but it's shot all dark and it's shot like it wants to be Guardians of the Galaxy. And then she's like, "Oh, we have to avenge my parents. They were honorable people." And it's like, no one cares. No one cares. No, we don't know who you are. Apparently, some of that is in the comic, but it just isn't well done. And then she finally agrees to help. She Lobo's in the movie. He's later on in a different bar. There's also like a subplot of like this villain is kidnapping women from this planet to procreate with so that he can only make men, I think. She said for his male only race of species, something like that. And but then they need women to have the babies, but to only make men, and it was a men only species. Doesn't even make any sense. Like, how does that make any sense? So there's things like that in the movie that made no sense to me, and And my friend, he read the comic. He said that it makes no sense. So I assume it's not in the comic. But I don't know. It's just I just didn't like this movie at all. Really. I mean, would I rather watch it than The Death of Robin Hood? Yeah, I would. I would. Yeah, I'd say it's more entertaining than that. That movie is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But I mean, at least things are kind of happening in this movie. Like different. She's moving around more. In that movie, half of the movie's on this dreary island where he's just laying in bed dying. So, anyways, screw that movie. I hated that movie. But yeah, and then, they encounter Lobo. Movie gets some energy, gets some steam. At least he looks like Lobo. He's got the cigar. Jason Momoa's having a great time. I don't think he says I'm the main man, which kind of sucked, but and then he shows up later in the movie. He's got his space motorcycle. That was cool. We saw it in 4DX, so like, which was kind of crazy. The chairs were shaking and like sprays water at you. I thought that was a little too much, honestly, the 4DX, but it's kind of like, they're making it like a theme park ride or something, but the movie got some more steam when it's Lobo on the bike. The seats were going crazy when that scene was happening. I liked that. He's got his like giant cable he's throwing at people and dragging them. That was cool. The villain is so bland, and this is spoilers, all spoilers. I wouldn't recommend the movie. If you're a big Superman fan, maybe go to a cheap theater and see it, I'd say, but um in the whole movie she's not even in the suit. This image is a lie. This is the cover. It's a lie because she's only in the suit the last like 15 minutes. And it's so stupid. The villain is so dumb. But he's I mean, like in some ways he's smart because he has kryptonite. He has a kryptonite gun and he shoots it at her, which was I was kind of like, okay, they came out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting that. That was kind of cool. But then it's kind of like, well, where did he get the kryptonite? But okay, whatever. He somehow got it, and he shoots her, and then he puts her on a green sun planet, which is like poison for Kryptonians. But then guess what? Like 12 hours later, a yellow sun comes up. So it's a planet with two suns, and like one's in the air, the other one comes up like this, and it's a yellow sun. So what's the point of putting her on the planet? You idiot! They're like, it's like trying to be like, oh, he's so smart. He puts her on oh, she's screwed. She's gonna be poisoned to death. No, she's not. And then she has the suit with her. I forget why. And then she puts the suit on, and then she goes and kicks his ass. And it's just like, what the hell? You put her. What is the point? Like 12 hours later, she's gonna be fine because a freaking yellow sun comes up, and then now she has all her powers, and then she goes and beats the crap out of him. It's like who wrote this? Like this is terrible writing. I mean, I don't think I'm nitpicking here. Like this is like the main crux of the villain, and is he just like really stupid? Like he knows how it works with the red sun, the green sun, the yellow suns. Such a waste. Throughout parts of the movie, there's flashbacks with the actual Superman, which were the best parts of the movie are the parts with real Superman, the Corn Sweat, I believe his name is, and Lobo. Those are the best parts of the movie. And there's some parts where he's talking to her through like an intercom, and I enjoyed those parts. I enjoyed the flashbacks when she lands on Earth and he goes and meets her, and it kind of shows her the ropes. And she's always like, "Oh, you're so you're such a goody two shoes, and I'm not." And It's just such a waste. You don't even have her in the suit the whole movie. I mean, at least have her in the suit most of the movie. Like Superman, he's in the suit most of the movie. What the heck? Even in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, he's in the suit for most of the movie. And the part that he isn't, which is in the very beginning, at least it makes sense. There's no reason for her to not be. She's just in this lame leather brown jacket. You could have had the leather jacket on and just had the suit under. Why not? Was she too cool for it? So stupid. So stupid. I mean, that's just another thing. That's an easy win. But with the fans, easy win. But no, no, you don't do that. It's a good looking suit. I like that. I mean, just the last 15 minutes she's in it basically. Total waste. Yeah, I guess that's about it. But the alternate script that I think I mean, and this is just like thinking of it for like 10 minutes. Okay, there's a great animated episode with this guy called the Collector, right? And he collects basically the last of their species. So he goes and he hires Lobo to go. So you have Lobo in it still to go collect Superman. Now maybe he doesn't know that Supergirl exists, right? So have you can have this be right after the first Superman movie, where she's on the Earth and Superman is like training her and showing her the ropes and all that. He shows up out of nowhere. Maybe she's not around. He gets the upper hand on Superman and is able to bring him back to the Collector. Then she finds out about it and she has to get her shit together and go and save him. So you can have her be the star of the movie. You can have her save Superman. You can have Lobo in it. And you can have the Collector, which is a nice nod for fans. Because it's a great animated episode. I'd highly recommend it. Just check out that episode if you haven't really watched the animated series of Superman. It's really good. And then she could fight Lobo. She doesn't have to kill Lobo. You shouldn't kill him. They didn't kill him in this, to be fair, which is good because you want him in other stuff. Um, and she gets the upper hand. She's able to defeat Lobo, and then she goes and fights the Collector, and she fights his advanced starship, and all this. I mean, you could have Lobo have some goons too. I mean, it's like, or the Collector has some goons, and then maybe in the end, her and Superman team up and they fight and beat him. I mean, just that's way better. Have her in the suit the whole time too. But I don't know. I guess in that script, there's no room for her to go get drunk on a red planet, but maybe that's what she's doing. She's getting drunk on a red planet, and that's when Superman gets captured. Then she comes back and she finds out about it. Whatever. It's a bad movie. It's flopping. I mean, it would have been better if James Gunn made it himself because it desperately wants to be a James Gunn movie. So, but yeah. So, huge flop. Terrible movie. Supergirl, super shit. Yeah. All right. See you next time.